Hello, this is Brad Curtin. I'm speaking to CHRISM today, the Kundalini teacher for the Kundalini Awakening Systems 1.com website. Hello, CHRISM.
Hello, Brad. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. CHRISM, I have a question for you today.
All right.
From a Kundalini Awakening perspective, what issues do people have surrounding money? Are we too fearful in this area? And if so, how can we alleviate these fears to help a Kundalini awakening to occur?
Well, okay. Yeah, this is a first and second chakra issue. This has to do with survival. This has to do with the ability to procreate and have a family. And you may wonder, well, how does it have the ability to affect procreation? Well, if you can't afford to feed yourself, then you're probably not going to be able to afford to feed your family in any kind of a meaningful way. So that is how the second chakra actually enters into this. Uh, for our money issues in the Western societies, it's a big deal. It is a big deal. No longer are we growing our own food. No longer are we building our own homes. No longer are we using our legs as much for transportation. All of these areas are being covered in one specific way for the most part, and that is through the purchasing power of money. We're not trading that much in regards to real goods with each other. So, for instance, Brad, I'm not trading, uh, uh, you know, a construction made of lumber with you in order for you to give me something in return that would help me, say, for instance, transport myself across the country. So, for the most part, we're relying on money. Money becomes a survival issue. If you have a lack of money, then you're in more survival than you would be if you didn't have a lack of money. Therefore, wealthy people don't have as much of a survival issue as people who do not have as much wealth. Um, they are in a sense more comfortable. They have a greater ease of mind than someone who is more challenged financially. With regard to Kundalini awakening, the more stress, the more anxiety, the more fear we put behind the idea of want of gain and fear of loss, the greater a blockage we're going to develop within the first and second chakras. And that actually has an effect upon how our Kundalini is able to express or not express. Fear is once again the issue. People who are in fear will typically have a more of a difficulty coming into a Kundalini expression. People who are less fearful, and I'm not talking about wealth, I'm just talking about the level of fear. People who are less fearful will typically have a greater ease at inducing or allowing themselves to surrender into a Kundalini activation towards an awakening. So, with the other part of your question, you know, what do we need to do? Well, as obvious as it is, I'll go ahead and say it. We need to uh, reduce our areas of fear with regard to money. We need to reduce our areas of anxiety, of desire, of attachment towards the idea of what money is. Realize that uh, if you have enough right now to have a home or to have an apartment or to have food on your table, and even if you don't, if you're living in a car somewhere or you have more of a challenging environment with regards to your living space, you can still reduce your area of fear enough so that Kundalini can come through. In many cases, these challenges that we experience with regards to money are karmic in their origin. And so, with a karmic money origin or money fear origin, this is something that we get to balance. This is an opportunity for us to have balance within our lives with regards to money. Karmic money issues are common. They're not an unheard of scenario. They're common, and we can simply choose not to fear it. It doesn't mean that once you stop fearing money, that tons of money are going to come pouring down upon you. No. But that, on the other hand, is not out of the question either.
Om Namah Shivaya.